Hello, chefs. I just wanted to run through our mini banana bread recipe that we will be making for our quick bread lab. So this recipe will be enough for you to fill two mini bread loaves, so one for you and one for your group mate. And what we need to be careful for when we're making our quick breads is that we don't overwork the gluten. So remember we talked about gluten last week when we were doing our mini pot pies with our pastry crust. Remember that's the protein that is found in flour, and it gets activated when liquid enters in or comes in contact with the flour. Okay, so the more we work that flour after it's been in contact with the liquid, then the tougher and the stickier it's going to get. All right, so we want to make sure that as soon as that liquid comes in contact with our dry ingredients, that we're not going to overwork that gluten. All right, so that is the biggest thing that we need to be focusing on with our quick breads for this banana bread recipe. A lot of the action that you could say is going to take place on day one. Distance learners, again, just like with our mini pot pies, if you want to do this all in one day, you certainly can. If you don't want to do mini banana bread, you certainly can do a full loaf of banana bread or any type of quick bread that you find is certainly acceptable as well. So you can see, chefs, that you're going to be doing mixing together your shortening, sugar, eggs, and vanillas and the bananas in one bowl. I would suggest using the electric mixer for that. It's going to be a lot faster for you, and it's going to be a lot easier than trying to do it with your hands. And then in a separate bowl, that's where you're going to mix your dry ingredients, your flour, your baking soda, your salt, your cinnamon, and your nutmeg. Then what you're going to do with that dry mixture is you're going to make a well. All right, so just kind of push all those dry ingredients off to the side. So there's actually a hole in the middle of that bowl. All right, so two things. Make sure that you have chosen a bowl big enough that when you go to pour your liquid ingredients, that there's enough room in there to that you're not going to spill. All right, and then you want to then pour your mixture, your liquid ingredients into there, and then again, you just want to mix until those dry ingredients are moistened because we don't want to overwork the gluten, right? I know I keep repeating that, but that is super important because we want our bread to be light and fluffy. We don't want it to be super dense and tough, right? All right, it won't be very good. Then also on our pans, you are going to write your name, your hour, first and last name, because I do have quite a few students with the same names. So first, last name, your hour, and then your cohort, A or B. And then you are going to divide your batter between you and your partner, and then you'll cover it with the saran wrap, and then we'll put it on the trays and then put it in the fridge. And then the next day that I see you is when we'll bake it. Now on the recipe, I know I have it for 50 to 55 minutes. It might not take that long. That is just what I have because we will be taking them from the cold refrigerator and putting them in. I might even put them in before you guys even get to class too. So then you guys can have them before we leave class. And I know it says also on the recipe that we would take them out of our pans. You will actually just take them in your little tins that we were baking them in. All right, so make sure that you are looking over the ingredients, you are looking over the instructions so that when you walk into class on your in-person day one, you are ready to go. All right, if you have any questions, reach out to me, but I think this should be a pretty nice and easy recipe for us to send us off into our Thanksgiving break holiday. So take care.